behavior for over 30 years and treats clients with movement disorders, specializing in Parkinson's disease. I think today is going to be an incredible opportunity for all of us, and thank you again for being with us.
Charlotte? Good. So, hello everybody. This way or the other way? That's it. I'm very honored to be here with you. It is a great pleasure for me to come to the Jewish community, being an Israeli. I'm being born in Israel in the year 45, when all the Jews came from all over the world, and including my family. I met some people here, which I respect very greatly for the way they continued living and they became fighters with life. So for me, it's a great honor. It really is, and I thank very much for inviting me. And Susan, where is she? Here, she's going to help us. Daniela, which leads the Gyrokinetics Center in Israel, she's going to help us also. But I would like to say a couple of things before we begin. It is not easy to be a Jew. What can we do? We have to find out always the way to continue living. We have to find out combinations. And we always have to be alert. We always have to be aware. The world doesn't like us too much. I understand why. Because we are chutzpanim. We have chutzpah. But there is a very good thing in chutzpah. We don't lie. We say the truth. So I apologize now that I'm going to tell you the truth, because I have one target. From this workshop, you're going to go back in a better condition. I have no choice. We have no choice. Every day in Israel, we have to become better. We have no choice. Parkinson reminds me a lot like in Israel. We're surrounded. We can have peace with Egypt, but it's never peace. We can have peace with Jordan, with Syria, with Lebanon, with Iran, with Iraq, but it's never peace. We always have to be aware. If you don't feel well and you have a cold, Parkinson will always be there. If you're sad, Parkinson will always be there. But if you know how to get along with Parkinson, you can say goodbye, Parkinson, hello, life. And this is what I'm going to show you. But I ask for one thing. Please do not be insulted by things I'm going to show you. Do not take them personally, because I'm not going to act through manners. I want to give you enough information for you to become better. So I'm not going to think 3 times, should I speak like this or should I speak otherwise? Should I act in a certain way? I'm going to imitate part of you, and I'm going to show the difference. So don't take it personally. If you will have any questions, we'll have enough time for questions and answers. I want this workshop to be productive. I want you to understand that there is a choice. There is always a choice. There is always a choice. You have to be aware to your kind of life. It is very comfortable to say, I can't. Very easy. It's I can't versus I can. It's impossible versus it's possible. I can. And I'm going to show you that you can. But what you will do with it afterwards is not my responsibility anymore. So when you'll have questions, I will answer them. Thank you, and let's start. So, do you think any of you will have questions? Please lift your hand. Anyone who will have questions, please lift your hand. Lift your hand. Susan, come here, please. Daniela, come here, please. Oh, Sonny, even you can come here, please. Okay? So we asked the question. I asked whether our friends have a question. And if anyone thinks that you will have a question, please lift your hand. Lift your hand, lift your hand. Susan, look at them. Sonny, look at them. Daniela, look at them. Lift your hand, please. Put your hand down. Now, without the question, lift your hand. Point your hand to the ceiling. Point your hand to the ceiling. Please do not speak. Point your hand to the ceiling. All right? Thank you. Did you realize anything? Anything in common?
Hopefully almost everyone raised their hand.
They raised their hand. Good. Did you see anything? Anything in common?
In common?
Yeah. She's American. She's good mannered.
It was quicker the second time.
What's quicker the second time? Don't tell them what you saw. All right? You all had one common denominator. When you raised your hand, you all closed your mouth. You all did this. And that's why I needed some people to see so that I don't say it and you say not true. You see, whatever you point, whatever you do, thank you. Thank you. Whatever you point, whatever you do, the Parkinson instinct is to stop breathing. Now, if I want to take a glass, I want to drink. The Parkinson instinct looks like this. Look at my face. Look at my mouth. I'm going to give you a magic, a miracle. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to open my mouth and I will breathe out with every movement I do. All right? Now do please the same what I asked you before. Point to the ceiling and breathe out. Bring your hand down and breathe out. Do it again. And do. Okay, it's the end. We can go, we can eat. Goodbye. I'm returning to Israel. You see, it's so simple and so complicated. And I'm going to show you something very interesting. Would you please get up? Thank you. Can you sit down? Good. He got up well because he didn't have where to lean himself, all right? Get up again. Sit down. Very good. I like doing it because I feel that I'm in control. Very good. Would you please get up? Sit down. Ah, he got the trick. He got the trick. Did you see the difference? Now get up. Wait. Bow, exhale, and get up at the same time. Bow, exhale, and get up. Down. Do the same thing. Bow, exhale. Bow, exhale, and sit down. Do you see the difference? Did you see it? So, the first exercise we're going to learn is the Parkinson instinct. This gentleman, he did it correctly. That's why he got up easily. I'm going to show you Parkinson instinct of getting up. Sit down. Get up. Sit down. I'm going to show you with a simple trick. Bow, breathe out with every movement you do, and get up. Sit down. Please get up, all of you. Sit down. Get up. Sit down. Did anyone feel a difference? Did you feel a difference? Did you feel a difference? Good. Very good. Very good what you did. Excellent. Please do it again. Look. Sit down. How easy it is. The Parkinson instinct is always stop breathing. I put on my underpants in the toilet, I stop breathing, and it looks like that. I breathe out, it looks like that. You won't believe it. Getting into a car, getting out of a car, I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm getting out. You don't do it. You grab the car, fall in, can't get your legs, someone has to help you. It's the same with the other leg. Just breathe out rhythmically. It does miracles. Putting on your shoes, putting on laces, drinking, answering the phone. If I drink and I breathe out rhythmically, it's like this. And I can drink. I want to open. Otherwise, it's like this. All right? Parkinson people cannot do movements by stages. And this is what we're going to learn in our third exercise. Parkinson people do everything by one stage. Point to the ceiling. Point right. Point left. Now breathe out. It does miracles. Please take it. Wonderful. Now, don't breathe out, close your mouth and bring it back. Did you feel the difference? Unbelievable, huh? Now take it again and breathe out. Look. Now point to the ceiling and breathe out. And with your hand, with the bottle. Wonderful. Now put it down. No, it's okay. Put it down to you. Keep it like that, yeah. And now make as if you're going to drink, but don't breathe out. Keep. Now put your hand back again. Now breathe out and bring it. How do you feel easier? It's so simple and so complicated. Thank you. It is so complicated because we cannot or we do not want to make changes. We are slaves of habits. And I'll tell you, as I said, please do not take it personally. It's very comfortable for many cases to say, I can't. I can't. I can't. Medication will help. Medication does not help if your pharmacology doesn't work. You get addicted, then you take more medication, and you become a slave of your medication without knowing the side effects. And you're all very professional with that. So it's your responsibility to say, goodbye, Parkinson. And I'm telling you something, many people don't want to say goodbye, Parkinson. And I've been working for these 30 years. It's wrong to say with hundreds of people, thousands of patients. And in many cases, you see that the habits are so strong that it's so easy to say, I can't. But in Israel, I don't know the word I can't. I know I must. Any questions till now? Yes? What is behind?
When you breathe out, what is the reasoning behind that?
Very, 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 very good question. Very good question. What is behind breathing out? First of all, I'll give you a simple answer. Breathing out. You breathe out. Whenever you do a movement, you breathe out. When you play tennis, you breathe out. When you box, we're going to speak about boxing also, you breathe out. A mammalian, a monkey, when he jumps from a branch to a branch, he breathes out. When I have to go on the floor, I breathe out. Otherwise, I couldn't have done this. Meaning, we breathe out and atmospheric pressure enters. We breathe in. We don't have to breathe. Look, I'll do you a little exercise. I will breathe in once. All right? Papa tu 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 ta pa 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 ta ta tu ta ti ta 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 pa 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 tu tu ti ta 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 pa pa ta ta ti ta ta tu bu 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 pa ti ta 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 tu ta 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 tu ta papa tu tu ti ta 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 pa bu pa pa ta ta ti ta ta tu ti ta 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 bu pa pa ta. That's all. The really professionals that cannot breathe out are Parkinson people. Their diaphragm is stuck. I don't want to enter anatomy. But in anatomy, you see that Parkinson people, the diaphragm is stuck, and they breathe a third of their lungs. Meaning you have to breathe out in order to breathe in. Every movement you do, you have to breathe out. Look at babies. Look at animals. They all breathe out. It's always breathing out. All right? Any other questions? Yeah.
Is this very similar to, say, when you're using weight equipment and you exhale on exertion?
Exactly. Exactly. You cannot take something heavy and breathe in or stop breathing. You have to breathe out. And this is the first problem with Parkinson people. The Parkinson instinct is stop breathing. You don't even breathe in. You can't breathe in. What you're doing is this. That's why you can't speak. You don't have enough air to speak. Please do not fall asleep. You're smiling at me. Be high, meaning I don't have enough air. So this is the way I speak. When you breathe out, when I breathe out, I can phrase, I can speak with you clearly, I can express myself by breathing out. One second. Okay? So Parkinson people, this is what happens to them, that they can't phrase. When you breathe out, you can phrase. When you can phrase, you're clearer. Another very important thing, when you breathe out, your memory is more focused. Because when you don't breathe out and you are not rhythmic, you lose your concentration. Think about it. When you breathe out rhythmically, you're much more concentrated. But I will tell you another thing. You can even write when you breathe out. I'm going to show it to you later. People that can't write anymore, when they breathe out, they paint. And all of a sudden, they can write. Yes, my friend?
You breathe out only in quantum movements, like you want to, you went like this. So doesn't want to go.
Look, you're asking me a question that I have to give you 4 or 5 answers. I'll try to give you 2 answers. When you breathe out, don't breathe out everything. No animal breathes out like that. You breathe out the amount you need. Now, why did I say I won't give you 4 or 5 answers? Because I don't want to enter into it, but I'll give you a hint. Your tongue is the valve, like the valve of your heart with your blood. You use your tongue in order to use the amount of air you need, and it's very hard. So I don't want to teach it today. Therefore, be aware to the amount of